Hello everyone, good to see you, have you join me. I promised you a reformer workout, and this one's just going to focus on the footwork. So the double leg footwork, the single leg footwork, everything right up until our very favorite move, the 100, all right? And I just want this to be, for some of you it's just going to be, I know that, I could do that in my sleep. And others of you are still getting that routine, or we're just starting to get that routine before our break in the coronavirus. So I wanted to go through it. Some of you will just have a good time listening to my voice, going through the cues. Let the cues also help you in your daily activities, all right? So thinking about when you're doing something, even if it's just doing the dishes at the kitchen sink. All right, so I'm gonna get started. I've got my reformer set up for my height. So I've got 2 holes showing on the side and foot bars all the way to the top. 3 reds and a yellow is where I'm gonna work out today. It's a nice spring. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to lay myself down and we're going to get going with a Pilates V. All right, so that's the first position. Taking a moment, just feel that my head is in the center of the headrest. I'm centered on the shoulder rest, and then ribcage pelvis all the way through my tailbone. My heels together, toes apart, working that Pilates V, external rotation. Taking a breath in and out, and I'm going to just start pushing out. Now I'm going to do 10, but you know how I get lost in counting, so bear with me. All right, and I'm breathing, and I'm neutral through all of this. So I'm conscientiously holding that rib cage and pelvis in that neutral position. I'm going to get one more done, and then I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to just eyeball my foot bar. You're going to always pop your head up to see where you're going, but toes wrap, literally wrap the toes over the top of the foot bar. Heels are allowed to bend, all right? And I want to feel this sensation of I'm pulling the carriage in. Even though I know the springs will bring me right back to that stopper, I want to be in control and breathing in and breathing out. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and nice and quiet. And I'm going to get one more. And then I'm going to keep my legs tight together, adducted, walk up to my heels, and feel the heel pads on the foot bar now, and push out. Quads, thighs firm up, patella rides right up. I get that moment of a squeeze in my glutes, all right? I want to feel that. I get that all the way through, and then take it up into the core, take it up, and tuck it up under your rib cage. So instead of out, in. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, high half toe, Barbie dolls, all right? So dropping down, I'm still in that body midline inner thigh connection. Heels are elevated. So I'm working my calf muscles consistently. They're not getting a break, all right? I'm staying in that high half toe position, and I'm pulling that carriage in. And I want to do 4, you can just peek, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Drop the heels, lift the heels, 10, 9, and I'm stabilizing the knees, stabilizing the hips, stabilizing the core. 5, 4, 3, connected, 1. I'm going to do another set. So 2 sets of 10. Nice and quiet with carriage. 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to pull that carriage in, and I'm going to push right back out, and I'm going to run for 10 rounds. So left heel drops, that's 2, 3. Nice exchange. Trying to get lots of mobility in my feet, through my toes, through my ankles. And a quiet core while I get done. And we got 2, 1. Pulling up into high half toe to pull the carriage in. Heels on the foot bars, sit bone distance apart. All right, and I'm going to just peek. And then I'm out and in. This is the most simple one, all right, if you can imagine. You're standing up out of a chair, you're sitting in a chair, you're not going to pop out of that chair, and you're not going to plop into your chair. You're just going to keep that smooth, and I pull my carriage in. I'm pulling through the back of my knees, back of my thighs, core, my hip flexors, my rib cage. And let's hit the last 3, 2, 1. Heels are going to go very wide on the foot bar. Peek up and look. You want that even, and then thighs are going out, The knees follow, the toes follow. So I'm not forcing the rotation out. I'm going where my body likes. Sometimes I'm tight and that will feel a little stretch in the inner thighs, but that should go away pretty quickly as you go. Same idea, pull the carriage in, steady core all the way through, level, supported, wrapped around. I'm going to go ahead and get 20 on these. We've been doing that lately. And it just feels good to get the hips a little more action, a little more warmth. Kick into your external rotators, your rear cheek zone. And that's 4, 3, 2, and I'm going to roll inward. I'm going to see if I can keep my heels where they are. Roll inward. If I can't get that connection of the thigh, I can walk my heels in, but I've got it today. And just peek that I'm even and push out and in. Feeling the internal rotators on this work. External rotators get a little stretch, but sometimes people feel those external rotators more than the internal, especially if they're tight. All right, they're going to feel the stretch sensation rather than the work sensation. And again, I'm going to get 20 on this one. And then same idea. I want those hips nice and open, limber, good blood flow, taking it up into the core. I got my last 4, 3, 2, 1. At this point, I'm going to pop up so I can switch my spring load. So I'm going to drop a red. Most of us do 2 reds. Some of us do 2 reds and yellow. Some of us do 2 reds and a blue. All depends. I'm first going to put my feet in high half toe, sit bone distance apart. And I can peek up, kind of eyeball where I'm at. And then I'm going to leave that left leg in tabletop I'm going to leave that left leg there and tabletop my right leg. And here I go. I'm going to do 5 with tabletop. And what I want to achieve here is just that level pelvis, rib cage, steady as a statue, good working leg. Bicycle, 5. Getting the exchange, getting a little more hip movement. I'm still steady, 2. And then the develope. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to go slow on this first one. Touch the foot bar, lift right back up, flex both feet. So that foot bar leg 2, point, bend, return, go a little more smooth, touch, lift, flex, point, bring it in, reach it up. There's a stretch in the hamstrings, flex point, reach it through, and lengthen, touch, lift, bend, and last one, reach, touch, lift, flex, point, bend the knee, return. High half toe, right foot, tabletop the left leg, and you're ready for your other leg. Holding that tabletop, 5 of those, and then we got 5 of the bicycle. I'm checking that this left side isn't collapsing of that leg, just being out in space. So I do have some supports. And then the developing, I go slow, touch, lift, flex both feet, point both feet, bend the knee, bring it over the foot bar, bring the leg up to the ceiling, touch the foot bar, flex both feet, point both feet, return, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and lengthen. Hamstrings giving a little, that's a nice thing. And last one, up, touch, lift, flex, point, return. Single heel work. Heel on the foot bar, sit bone distance apart, other leg, I'm reaching it. I don't want it straight up. I don't want it too low either, because then there is something that kind of gives. I want to be actively holding that leg, and I'm going to give it 10. Now that foot's very flexed, hip, knee, sit bone alignment. I can kind of see in my peripheral vision here. And again, I'm anchoring on my left, supporting my right side as I go along. So the first 10, we hold it out in parallel. Now roll at the hip socket and give me 5 more. All right? The leg is still in that sit bone alignment. I've just pivoted in the hip socket. 2, and then I'm going to pivot inward at that hip socket. Knee and ankle are the same. This leg is still working strong. 4 and 5. Switching it up. Sit bone, lengthen, active. 10. Support the left side, anchor the right side. If I put a level on your pelvis, we want it level. We wouldn't want it dipping down to the left. All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to roll outward, all at the hip socket. External rotators. Obliques are cutting in to help me from keep going. And I'm roll in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to put that left heel back on the foot bar sit bone. This is one we've added on. I'm going to sneak that right leg under the foot bar, and I want that foot pointed. I want that leg active, all right? So it's not just hanging out. And I know I'm shooting out the screen on that one, but I'm going to keep that leg hovering and work this. Now, for me, I got to pay attention. That rib cage would like to pop right now, so I got to really just get a little anchoring down with the rib cage, because the weight of the leg is pulling on my core, challenging my core. And last 2 and 1. Switching, sit bone, right heel, left leg long, pointed, active. Check that rib cage for me. All right, everybody. And last 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet. I'm going to drop down to my high half toe, my Barbie doll sit bone, and I'm just going to take a moment and run here. We are done with the footwork. We did the double leg, we did the single leg. The next activity we all get to do as a group is the 100. So at this point, I'm going to pull my carriage in, ditch that yellow spring, and I'll see you next time for the 100.